Well, hello there, and welcome to this special edition of the Flavors of Northwest Arkansas podcast. John Engelman with you here, and we're also joined here by Brannon Pack. He is the Vice President of Marketing and Communications for Experience Fayetteville. I got it right.
First time, right?
Well
done, John.
Welcome. How are you, sir?
I'm great. Welcome to Experience Fayetteville.
Well, I appreciate it, and we are here for Fayetteville Restaurant Week, a real popular time in all of Northwest Arkansas. Side note, not just Fayetteville.
Yeah, Experience Fayetteville. Excited to bring back Fayetteville Restaurant Week now for I think this is our fourth edition.
Okay.
July 17th through the 26th. That's this Friday. Starts this Friday.
That's right.
Expanding it to a 10-day format. We want to give people more time to participate and enjoy the event. And I was thinking a little bit about this, John, as far as like what it means to me, or what the food scene means to me in Fayetteville.
Sure.
And for me, coming up here and growing up here and moving back here after several years, it really is like part of my core childhood memories as a much younger human.
Sure.
My dad would often pair baseball, basketball, football game days with us with food in Fayetteville.
Sure.
From places like Hugo's or Herman's or Tiny Tim's or Hopbrow, which isn't here anymore, Penguin Ed's. They were like family go-tos.
Sure.
And now for me, just professionally and personally, hopefully decades later, my hope is that this week, Fayetteville Restaurant Week, does create similar experiences for others.
You mentioned that. Now you've got kids and you've got them in the area, and I'm sure it's much the same.
Very much the same.
Yeah.
And so and decades later, my hope is that Fayetteville Restaurant Week, creates similar experiences for others.
Yeah.
And it's designed to do exactly that.
Yeah.
At its core, the week is a celebration of Fayetteville's thriving culinary scene.
And that's what it is. I mean, how many places are and this is like all of Northwest Arkansas, but Fayetteville kind of is one of the ones leading the way of places that seem to be opening up monthly.
I think right now we have about somewhere around 380 restaurants in Fayettille. It's a lot. Yeah. I mean, we're very...
I say insane in a very positive manner, by the way.
Let's call it restaurant rich in Fayetteville,
there
right?
We go.
And so
embarrassment of riches.
The week is really meant to serve as that celebration of that growing food scene that you're talking about. And, for us as a destination marketing organization that focuses on Fayetteville, it's an opportunity for us to showcase the creativity, the talent, and the momentum happening across that local restaurant community.
And you've given it an extra 3 days, as you mentioned, to be able to fit it all in.
We did, and that's the big thing this year. Kind of the big announcement for us was the opportunity to give locals and guests more time to explore, more time to have those experiences. And so new for 2026, Fayetteville Restaurant Week has expanded to 10 days. We were doing a little bit of research early in the year and realized that ultimately, we define what a week is, John.
That's fair. That's fair.
In conversation with our restaurant partners, because that's ultimately who we're looking to partner with and benefit from Restaurant Week, we identified the opportunity to bookend our Restaurant Week with 2 weekends. And so traditionally in the past, we've started on a Sunday, ended on a Saturday, but with this new format, we get 2 full weekends, 2 full opportunities for not only the restaurants to engage patrons, but also more options for diners to choose and to dine in Fayetteville. So I'm pretty excited about that expanded opportunity. Again, kicks off this Friday, and we're going to run it all the way till next Sunday. So now you get 2 brunch options rather than just one. There you go.
Well, and it gets people in the door. These specials get people in the door at these places. And that's super important because that opportunity, it doesn't necessarily exist everywhere. You know what I mean? You'll have the specials. You'll have stuff that's just for Fayetteville Restaurant Week and a half.
Yeah.
And I think it's important because it gives people an opportunity, maybe at a little less cost, maybe it's something they wouldn't normally have, just to get in the doors and check the place out and support local.
Yeah, correct. And then locals, that's a good call out. That extended format, it does provide diners more flexibility.
Right.
Just what you're talking about.
Love it.
It allows our restaurants additional opportunities to participate. And then excited that it does, hopefully by spanning into 2 weekends here in tourism, we like to drive visitation.
Sure.
So there you go. Hopefully we're driving a little bit more visitation with the expanded format.
I hate to put a number on it because this number will be outdated in about 30 minutes, but there are 44 restaurants taking part as of right now. That number will grow. I remember last year, I think we were at about that, right? About now. And there was a rush at the end. And even some that joined after it started.
Yeah, and we're seeing something very similar,
All right,
right?
yeah.
We know you've worked in the hospitality and restaurant business. I
bet.
too spent a different time of life, but plenty of years in the hospitality and restaurant business, and we know you're busy. And so, yeah, now that we're into July, a lot of our partners are like, "Oh yeah, we need to get signed up," and so we're seeing that. Today, I've had multiple signed up.
Have you really?
Oh yeah, and so fully expect that list to continue to grow. So if you dive onto our website and you see the current listings, like you said, I think there's about 44 restaurants now. Fully anticipate that to grow well into the 50s by the time we get into the weekend.
At least, yeah.
At least.
Well, I kind of want to get in. I've got several categories I told you about beforehand. There's prix, which is price fixed, for those that don't know. There's some that are doing half off. I've got a couple of creativity awards I'm going to give.
Nice.
And then I've got my faves. And I know you've got some as well that you have set up. Categories.
Yeah, we can let's just maybe chat back and forth and give your listeners a little bit preview, we'll say, of the menu.
Absolutely. And I want to add, we're not going to be able to get every restaurant, every deal on here. I don't want anyone mad, but there's a lot, and there's a lot going on. I want to start with the prix, and it's really turning into a favorite spot of mine. Bloom Cheese Collective is doing a 3-course, but I also know they're building out into the front of their building right now, and they're expanding. So I know we're still waiting on the information from that, but Chef Brooks over there and Allie, who runs the whole place as well. I know they're hustling. So I know that's going to be good, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they have to offer. Let's see here.
And I've got one for you.
Oh, please.
Mockingbird Kitchen.
I love
if you haven't been to Midtown Fayetteville lately, it's really on the up and up. There's a lot of good partners sitting in Midtown, ready for you to visit. Mockingbird Kitchen in the old, traditionally Evelyn Hills Shopping Center.
Sure.
They are offering up a $49 prix that includes your choice of a starter, either a kale or romaine Caesar or fried artichoke heart salad. You can choose between basil cream and veggie pasta or pan-seared Idaho trout.
Yum.
I'm hungry. Or their famous mockingbird pie or buttermilk creme brulee. And so that's a good example of, like you mentioned, like a prix. $49, price set, you know what you're getting. You still have options, but lunch and dinner, Mockingbird Kitchen, I will be there sometime next week.
That mockingbird pie, by the way, is straight from God. It's unbelievable. It's so good.
Agreed.
It's so good. Chrissy and Lee do awesome over there. Isabella's Italian are doing the 2-course for $40. Features your choice of salad, followed by a 4-ounce filet paired with either shrimp carbonara or beggar's purse pasta, which I've had there, which is so good. You can upgrade to a 3-course meal for $50 and enjoy the same 2 things, but plus a decadent dessert to finish. And they always do a great job over there at Isabella's and all of their properties as well. Talk to me. Do you have another prix you wanted to get out?
I do. I want to mention Vitro 1925 right
man.
Off the square. I mean, I got a chance to talk to Chef through this menu as he was designing it with Zuppa, which is a traditional soup, right? Mm-hmm. And then they're going to go right from in that to their main course. And Wagyu beef meatballs. Are you kidding me? Rigatoni Pomodoro. I mean, you can cap it off. They've got skirt steak. They're going to finish it with your choice of chocolate layer or coconut layer cake. I mean, and again, that's a set price. $55 for a very elevated 3-course Italian dining experience.
So good. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Penguin Ed's here. I guess it's kind of a prix, but it's the best of both worlds platter. That's not Penguin Ed's. I'm so sorry.
No, that's your friends over on the Greenway over here. Nomad's Trailside is doing the best of both worlds platter.
That's it.
Yeah,
why did I have that on there?
You get both a burger and a burrito, chips, fries, or hash browns for $25.99. Listen, me and you, we can share that.
Yeah.
That sounds like a shareable, John.
Well, and people are stressed about going on a date and not wanting to spend too much money. That is your spot.
Yeah, but speaking of half off, and again, I think I talked about this as a kid, the Penguin Eds, the red phones, like the whole, it's just been part of my childhood. They have one of the best half off deals. If you've never had the barbecue pork nachos, the Penguin Eds, it is a plate full of pulled pork, homemade nacho cheese sauce, their famous barbecue sauce, some jalapenos. I don't know, maybe
you can order without.
You can pick around, right? Yeah. $5.65.
I know.
And 65 cents.
That's pretty crazy.
Long. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We would be remiss if we didn't add on the half off train there. Dots. hot chicken, the True Believer heat level sandwiches, half off. Now, I want to add, and I've talked with Russell down there. We've done a podcast together, and the amount of heat that he was explaining to me, I'm not good on the face melt. It doesn't necessarily fit me. I would be disqualified from this offer. But if you have a tolerance for heat and or enjoy it, go check it out.
Yeah, and if you haven't been to Dots, that's a great opportunity.
Sure.
We talked about this. Hopefully, Fayetteville Restaurant Week is the opportunity for, even locals, not just our guests, but to kind of discover that next new favorite for you and your family. And if you haven't been down to Dots out on the east side of town now, it's really amazing. What historically was a car wash, right, is his new restaurant, but very impressively, they've converted what were historically wash bays into patio seating. Yeah. And I'm excited to see that in the fall, because I really do think, having been there the other day, visiting with Russell, talking through Restaurant Week, even put it on our radar and my team's radar when we're thinking about content creation and helping Russell tell his story.
Yeah.
There's a story to be told. I bet that patio is going to be popping this fall.
I think so. And let's keep in mind, he's done a lot with that spot. Good gosh. You remember what it looked like beforehand and what it looks like now?
I used to wash my car there.
Okay. So, yeah, did you really?
I do know what it used to look like.
Very cool. I wanted to mention one more in the prefix, the $45 at Theo's, to begin with the grilled peach bruschetta, topped with feta and toasted almonds, followed by seared Judah spiced tuna, served with couscous, grilled zucchini, and black garlic barbecue. For dessert, chantilly cake. And that comes with pineapple sorbet, strawberry coulis, and I probably mispronounced that, and toasted coconut flakes. And you can elevate the evening by pairing your meal with Passion Project feature for $13. Well, it's Theo's.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get top level for sure.
Yeah, and staying in that same space with East Side Grill, which is another sister of Theo's, part of that South by Northwest group. Shout out to Todd Martin and crew. They just love the creativity that comes out of their establishments.
Yeah.
East Side Grill, one of my favorite spots to go when I'm on that side of town. Their KFC, their Korean fried chicken over there. The smoked meatloaf, also amazing if you never had it. But their special going to be featuring chicken parm sliders with house marinara, Parmesan, and basil. They've got 5-piece shrimp bruschetta with balsamic.
I was there like a month ago.
Baguette.
Oh, it's so good.
Plus fried Thai peanut wings. Come on.
Yeah. I think those are smoked too, right?
They are.
Okay. Yeah. Really good. You mentioned creativity, but I want to talk about creativity of an offer. Golden kolache. We all know golden kolache. Listen to this. Buy any 3 kolaches and spin the wheel. You can get discounts of 50% or 20% off your order, 10% off coupons, and, of course, free coffee. Spin the wheel. A little Price is Right for you. And another creativity right here, and this is kind of the creativity of the dish, and it's Calle, Latin cuisine over there. Sampler platter, $25, featuring a delicious mix of arepa, pan de yuca, empanada, and pulpo a la gallega, which is octopus. I know, right?
Yeah.
Craziness. Pair it with a $25 cocktail flight, which I'm probably going to go do here. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. That includes 4 of their best-selling Latin and local favorites, the Greenlight Margarita, Maria Sangriente, which is Bloody Mary, Sage Paloma, and El Oro de Acapulco. I don't know what the last 2 are, but it's all good. I don't know if you've ever had a beverage out on their patio. It's something. That's a spot.
It is a spot, and it's a newer spot too, sitting right here off block. And we love that patio is a popular spot.
It's huge.
You drive by there. I love even in the summer they provide some shade for it, but it's year round. I mean, if you're looking for a patio spot, they heat it in the winter. So Calle, definitely a popular spot for the locals here in Fayetteville.
You bet.
And speaking of another popular spot, Cheers at the Opio.
Of course.
I mean, I think we were talking a little bit about this beforehand, and some things I was excited about. When I think about like classic Southern meals, Cajun red beans and rice, your choice, chicken and shrimp. And I will tell you, and I'm not making this up, when the chef makes this up and offers it by the batch, their Creole chicken and dumplings, we run across the street to buy it by the quart to take home and serve the family that night.
Craziness.
$15 all week long.
They're going to run out again.
They are going to run out again.
At some point, hopefully not early. That's just a guess here. I want to talk deals for Fayetteville Restaurant Week mentions. So that is when you come in and you mention Fayetteville Restaurant Week, you will get A, B, or C. Cafe Rue Orleans, let's start there. complimentary order of mini beignets. Pretty salty or sweet. Also, Smoke and Oak wood-fired pizza and tap room. Receive one free garlic cheese bread per group. That's with the purchase when you mention Fayetteville Restaurant Week. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah, and something for everybody. Listen, there's obviously a very elevated menu, but I think a good thing to remind folks is that there truly is something for everybody.
Yeah.
And depending on the budget.
Yeah.
Papa John's Pizza, right here in Fayetteville.
Sure.
30% off your entire order. Just use Fayetteville promo code. I mean,
It's
so
great.
a huge selection of restaurants partnering with us over the next week to provide what are some smoking hot deals for great dining and food experiences here in Fayetteville.
It's great. So great. And did you mention, okay, you mentioned, because this is one of my faves too. I think you mentioned this before we hit record. I mean, we don't know. It's the end of the day. The Big Daddy's Burgers.
It was beforehand.
It was beforehand. Okay.
Yeah,
Go with it,
so
because
we
this is one of my favorites too.
Talk about, we were talking about a little, and I think if not, we're just going to tell folks about it again.
Okay.
But when I think about some of our newer options here, it is that Big Daddy's Burgers. It's right here on the south side of town. Again, converted an old gas station, and have really made it. I mean, if you haven't dined there, it's
gorgeous.
a really cool, very beautiful place, and just fun place to sit down and have a burger. Again, limited time. Just during restaurant week, they are featuring a French dip burger.
It's creative.
What does that mean? It's a double stacked smash patty with cheese, grilled onions, au jus. $10, John.
Yeah, that's something.
I'm gonna
Pretty stinking good deal right there.
maybe eat a couple.
So, one of my favorite Fayetteville spots. I'm not supposed to have favorites, but this is one of them. Leverett Lounge. Famous garlic cheese grits, obviously called the Mel's Diner. You've got to be a certain age to know what that means. Man or woman of a certain age, only for $6, which is ridiculous in its own right. And they also have the We Love Tim Curry cocktail for $10. I probably should have looked that one up to see what that was. Mushroom Tartine is back on the 17th and 18th and the 24th and 25th. And they're going to have lunchtime pop-ups on the 18th. Is that Saturday?
Saturday.
That's
from
this coming
11
Saturday.
a.m. until sold out. They're going to feature their famous Korean fried chicken sandwich, French fries, and what is a boozy cherry limeade.
Okay. All right. So once I'm done mowing the yard, that may be where you can find me.
I mean, Leverett Lounge for lunch on Saturday sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also want to mention another one, the Feral Pig, because they're bringing back some common ground favorites, and they're going to have those for $7 a piece. Nothing specific yet as to what those are, but the longtime Fayetteville folks and folks like yourself that have been in the area in and out for a long time, you're quite familiar with what Common Ground offered.
Yep.
And also slow simmered shrimp in garlic with tomatoes, mushrooms, bacon, and a little dash of Farrell's special spice, served with naan bread for $12. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Huge list of and there's so much more that we haven't mentioned, but everyone is starting to. And you said a couple today. One of them, you said Atlas is going to be joining as well, right?
Yep. Chef
Okay.
Elliott jumped on board today, got his stuff from him. Hugo's, obviously a staple. They're on board.
Sure.
So as the week goes on, you're going
Yeah.
to see more and more of your favorite Fayetteville restaurants pop up on the menu. And again, you'll have a full 10-day opportunity
Yeah.
to try as many as you can.
Where can they see the full list?
So full list available at experiencefayetteville.com. I do have a couple more things, John,
Yeah.
some things that we're doing. I feel that this year, a lot of intentionality
You bet.
around, if you think of what we are as a tourism organization, looking to drive a positive economic impact for the Fayetteville community, dining, one of the most authentic ways visitors experience a destination. And Fayetteville's culinary scene, we talked about this, continues. It itself is now a driver for visitation. Restaurant Week, a great example of that. To complement that, we're encouraging locals and visitors, pun intended, to pair their dining experience with July's arts and culture events.
Okay.
We know, and you've probably experienced this yourself, you can really have a memorable experience in Fayetteville when you start to, blend those two. There's no reason, why not make it 2 courses? Go to dinner and then go to a show. And there is some really good shows happening during Restaurant Week. If you've not seen what I would consider for music fans a must-see exhibit at the Alexander Gallery featuring the legacy of Levon Helms.
Sure.
Check that out. And then George's Majestic, celebrating 100 years next year. They've got a strong lineup throughout Restaurant Week. I mean, so there's no shortage of opportunities for folks to come out to dinner and then spend the night out on the town right here in Fayetteville.
We had mentioned date night, and that's the perfect thing for it.
Absolutely.
To be able to go out and do more, just to have dinner beforehand, have dinner afterwards. Both qualify.
Both. There you go. And so, for us, by expanding the event and aligning it with that arts and culture calendar, we're really focused on attracting visitors during, what is a key summer window? I mean, you think the kids aren't back yet. Things slow down a little bit here in Fayetteville. And so our hope is with Fayetteville Restaurant Week and the strong arts and culture calendar that we have, that we can increase some overnight stays and boost some spending across our community.
Yeah, that makes sense. And like you said, now's a very good time to come to Fayetteville and get around and be able to get around. I mean, listen, when the kids are here, you can do fine, but there are some areas that get a little tight. I don't think I'm out of line saying that, but if you want to get to your restaurant that you've been thinking about for a long time and it gets packed up during the school year, now's the time for sure.
Now's the time for sure. And speaking of patrons, as a thank you, listen, a couple things I wanted to show. So I got some stuff here.
Excellent.
Right here. So what these are, I'm going to give you one because I know you will wear it at some point this week. So playing off the I voted stickers, guests that are dining during Restaurant Week, they can help us celebrate and support with I dined stickers. Like you're going to put it right on your computer.
I'm putting it on my laptop right now.
That's just a way to, really for folks that understand the importance of supporting local, specifically in these key months here in Fayetteville, a chance to just, celebrate that you went out and you dined and you participated in Restaurant Week. We're also doing a commemorative postcard that guests will see land on their table with the check, just as another little thank you for participating. It's a very tourism thing. Imagine that we're in tourism. And
right.
You'll get a little postcard as a thank you for dining during Fayetteville Restaurant Week.
I think that's great. Awesome. Well, the sticker is on my laptop. It'll be there in perpetuity. So it'll be seen by folks that see it. There you go. Brandon, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, this is, John's been a great conversation.
Yeah.
Again, just to close it out for folks, Fayetteville Restaurant Week for us is about celebrating that local talent, supporting your local businesses, your local restaurant partners, and hopefully giving you, the listener, another great reason to visit Fayetteville this summer. All the details on Fayetteville Restaurant Week, 17th through the 26th of this month, available at experiencefayetteville.com.
Bang. Nailed it right there. And by the way, I always say this at the end of every podcast. Please tip your servers. This also applies very, very much. Appreciate you, sir.
John, this has been a blast.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I'm hungry.
I know, right?
I mean, this is a thing. And so maybe, who knows, next week we go share a meal or something.
There it is. Look forward to it. Let me know. Hey, guys, get out to Fayetteville Restaurant Week. Like we say, tip your servers. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.